Hello everyone, my name is Nemanja Živković and today I'm using chesswithknarik.com to record this video. Also I want to inform you that we publish new platform. The name of that platform is chess.ai. So also there is a lot of interesting things about chess. You can also check it there. So let's see this position. In this position the topic is weak pawn or double pawns, almost the same. We will see and we will try to find the perfect option how to continue with the black piece. So let's just discuss about this position. This position became from some King's Indian or something similar. Of course not the main lane, but something similar. There is a 7 pawns. Black has slightly better pawn chain and pawn structure. There is 2 pawn islands. From h7 to f7 and from d6 to a6, and we can see that there is a lot of problems for white, with these 2 pawns in the middle, because this light square bishop from g2 just protect this pawn in the middle, and of course it's not very effective. At the same time, this dark square bishop is also not perfect. So what is a perfect option for black? How he can try to improve his pieces at the same time, to try to maybe to collect this pawn in the middle, or just to improve better his pieces. So let's start. First move here is knight d7. We wanna improve our bad knight on f8. Of course we wanna improve our knight to f6, because f6 is the natural square for knight and the best square. After that, our knight on f6 will put some pressure on this d5 pawn in the middle. Of course, we will try to focus on d5 pawn, because also knight, they have to spend few tempos if they wanna control the d5 pawn. So, for example, knight here and then knight there, and of course that knight is not very effective also on e3. So knight d7 is the first option. They will of course try somehow to protect that pawn in the middle. They play, for example, b4, bishop goes to b7. This is a good diagonal for our bishop. Queen goes to b3 and knight f6. So right now, as you can see, we put a lot of pressure on that pawn in the middle. When they play something, for example, rook to c1 or something like that, also in some type of positions we have to think about our c7 pawn, because it's semi-open file, and they will of course try to put some pressure on c7, because our pawn on c7 of course is not perfect. So after queen to b3, perfect move for us is queen to d7. Why queen to d7? Because we want to put a bit more pressure on this pawn. At the same time, we have some pawns on the dark squares in the middle, and we just very well control some dark squares. And queen to d7 is a very nice option, because later we will try to put our queen on f5 at the same time, to try to collect this pawn for free. For example, right now they can play some, of course they cannot move this knight to c4, or maybe to f3, because we can just simply capture pawn in the middle. If they play something like this, of course we cannot move queen here immediately, because they can just simply collect our pawn on c7. So we have to play something like this. For example, rook to e2 threatens knight. There is no good jump for this knight. When they play something like this, then we can improve our queen. So queen to f5. As I told you, put some pressure here. They cannot capture our pawn there, because we can simply capture the knight. If they play something like this, queen to, if they double rooks, that's not perfect for them, of course, because we can simply capture this pawn in the middle. And as I told you, they cannot capture because knight is hanging. If they play queen to c4, they threaten our rook. Then we can just simply go back with our rook on e7, and right now in next move they cannot stop, they cannot protect this pawn in the middle, so we will just in next move capture this pawn, and of course after that it's very simple position for black.